Okay. By the way, my name is Teacher Jamie, and what is your English name? What will I call you?
My name is Sun.
Sun, right?
Yes, Sun.
Okay.
S-U-N.
How are you doing today, Sun?
Today is the very silent day.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the coronavirus.
Oh, really?
So I just stay in my house.
Mm-hmm.
hmm I canceled all of my plan schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I decided to study English today.
I think that would be a better plan, right?
Yes, right.
Yeah. Okay. So, how many classes will you be taking for this Saturday?
Yes. I booked 10 classes.
10 classes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And how are your classes going on so far?
I finished the one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. This is the eight. It's
Oh,
more,
really?
two
The
more.
eighth class?
Yeah.
Oh, you still have two more remaining classes, and I hope that you're having a great time talking to different teachers.
Oh, yes, right. Yeah.
Right. And oh, I think you have already talked about the coronavirus with your previous teacher, so maybe we
Yes,
could
yes.
proceed to our topic for today's class. What are we going to talk about?
Uh, I want to proceed to speak your mind.
So we will be using a different textbook.
Yes, yes.
Speak your mind. Wait a second, please. Let me just um, find my book in here.
Uh,
Speak your mind. Are we going to use the senior conversation?
yes, right.
And what topic are we going to talk about?
Number six, same-sex marriage.
Okay, so same-sex marriage. Have you already started talking about same-sex marriage or not
No,
yet?
not yet.
Not yet.
Yes.
Okay. And may I just ask you, what is your understanding of same-sex marriage? What do you know about same-sex marriage?
Is lesbian or gay? They uh married, marriage
Okay, right.
each other.
And what is your opinion about it?
Um, that is the I agree about that because that is just their own mind. That is their
Hmm.
um, actually that is not my business. That is not my business. It's their own. They can do that their mind.
Okay, so if I got it right, you are actually in favor because it's actually their life, not yours,
Yes, yes,
right?
their life.
Okay, but do you have some friends who are lesbians or gays?
mm, no, I don't have. But Korean friend I don't have is lesbian or gay friend in Korea. But I have the uh, I had a friend, uh, gay or lesbian friend, uh, in the Canada.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Have you been to Canada before?
Oh yes, it's 10 years ago.
Okay. May I just ask you, what do you think are the differences of Koreans and Canadians when it comes to same-sex marriage?
um, Korean these days, Korean also agree about that same-sex marriage, but we are very conservative society, so
Mhm.
older generation can't understand about that thing, and then especially Christian, they are against about that things, same-sex marriage
Mhm.
or lesbian or gay because of the Bible.
Yeah.
But when I went to the Canada, at the time, the Canadian have so many lesbian or gay festival, Is that is one of the biggest festival, and then
Mhm.
there are lesbian bar or club or gay club, or there are so
Yeah.
many thing, and then uh, that is very acceptable society. Yes, I thought so. They didn't think about that, even if they believe the God is Christian.
Mhm.
Mm.
Okay.
So this day, young generation think like Canadian, but older generation still think is not possible, or that is the sin, or they think about that.
Okay. So, of course, our Asian culture is still quite conservative, and it's also different
Yes,
from
right.
the Western culture, like the Canadian culture, European or American culture. And
Hmm.
we could actually say that this is one of the differences because of being conservative. That is why, for some societies, this same sex marriage is not yet fully accepted, especially
Hmm.
to the older generation, right?
Yes, right. Yes.
Okay. And how about for the second question? Some consider this to be taboo, as what
Uh,
we've said, especially to the older generation.
yes.
Do you agree or disagree and explain your answer?
Um, I disagree about that because that is
Mhm.
their own life. We
Mhm.
have to respect their life because I also want to respect my life. So um, if they uh, if someone didn't uh, respect their life, they also uh, can't respect their life.
Mhm.
So mm, and then I think that is from the um, is from the Bible, you know, is Bible uh, describe about that thing is the crime or sin is
Yeah.
against the nature. So I also believe the Bible, but we have so many sin. We are already sin. We have so many sin
Mhm.
in our life. So that is one of the sin. But even if there is sin, we can't. Uh, we don't have authority about to judgment about someone or some their life. So that is the God thing. So that's why I disagree about the taboo or something to be taboo.
I really admire you because you actually have that open mind, and it's maybe because of your travel experiences that you're able to know and
Uh,
accept or
uh,
maybe realize something about their
oh yes,
culture,
yes,
about
right,
other people's
yes,
culture. As what
yes,
you
right.
mentioned a while ago, there's actually this saying that respect begets respect, right?
Uh,
So if you respect other people will respect you too, right?
yes, right, yes.
Yeah, and that's what you said a while ago.
Uh-huh.
Regarding that story in the Bible, it's actually the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yes, right.
It was destroyed by God, as
Uh-huh.
what they said, because
Mm.
that place was full of sinners like gays, lesbians,
Yes,
prostitutes, and so
yes,
on.
yes,
Okay. However,
right.
as what you mentioned, that only the Creator or God can make judgment to
Mm.
to us, to people, not
Yeah.
us people giving judgment to our or to other people, right?
Yes, right. Yeah.
Okay. May I just ask you, what do you think are the disadvantages of the same-sex marriage in the society?
For society,
Hmm. Any
nothing.
disadvantages?
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
Maybe. they um disadvantage.
Or may I just ask you, why do you think that there are people opposing this same-sex marriage? They really hate this idea. Aside from religion, what other arguments can these people give? Why are they opposing or negating to this idea of same-sex marriage?
Pardon, one more.
Again,
Uh,
what do you think are the reasons why other people are against same-sex marriage?
ah, because of the religion.
Religion, what else?
Yes. And then it's mm, that I think that's all. Religion is that's all.
hmm Um, for some people,
Uh-huh.
they said that it could affect the society. Like, for example,
Uh-huh.
um, taking good care of children. Because
Yeah.
if this will be legalized, right,
Uh-huh.
then, of course, gays and lesbians couldn't have their own children naturally, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they will be, of course, adopting
Yes.
children,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And if they will be adopting children, maybe the child or children can have that confusion regarding the meaning of family,
Uh-huh.
father and mother,
Uh-huh.
something like that, because the child would look up into two male parents or maybe two female parents, and that
Mm-hmm.
confusion could maybe, confuse the
Mm.
child, right?
I don't think so. That
You
is
don't think
the
so?
yeah, because that is the mother who decided the mother is just the woman, who
Mhm.
decided the father is just the uh, man, is because we have no these days we have no rule of the man and woman
Mhm.
is the equal. The man and woman is equal. So um, sometimes men do like a mother.
Yeah.
Sometimes woman can do like a father. So if they divided role father and mother, they can do well because this day there are uh, there. I think another thing is more important. For example, um, these days father and mother not exist in the house
Mhm.
because they work together. So uh, in the there are just children in the house
Mhm.
because mother and father go out for work.
Yeah.
So that is the I think that is more problem because uh, they have no parents. They just sleep together. That's all, right?
Mhm.
So I think that that's why mm, that is not too important thing or disadvantage thing is same about the same sex marriage.
Okay, right.
Mm,
Of course, for the younger generation, that could be easier to accept because we are um, easier in accepting, or we are
uh,
open-minded when it comes to changes, right?
yes, yes, right.
However, I think the problem would be for this older generation.
Yes.
They have already this culture
Mm,
or this concept that in a family it's composed of a
uh-huh.
man who is the father and the woman who is the mother, right?
Yes, right.
If this same-sex marriage would be open to them, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe you could tell them that no, the mother could be a man
Mm-hmm.
and the father could be a woman, and then it will be a little bit difficult for them to understand and accept because of
Mm,
the concept they have already at the concept they already have, or maybe that knowledge they
yes.
have or wisdom. right?
Yes, right.
Okay. And that's it. Um, is this same-sex marriage legal in your country, and how do you feel about it?
It's illegal in the Korea. So
Mhm.
they try to make legally, but I don't care about that. I don't feel anything because that
Mhm.
is. Uh, I agree about the same-sex marriage, but I don't want to fight with them. It's-
Mhm.
I just respect my life, and then I just enjoy my life, and then they
Mhm.
can also have that uh, authority, so they can enjoy their life. But even if country against that um, against from the law, uh,
Mhm.
they can fight, but I don't feel anything. Yes.
Okay. In the Philippines, I think the number of people who belong to this gender, like lesbians or
Ah, yeah.
gays, is
Mm.
increasing, even for young children. It's quite obvious.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And um, I think we cannot control that. Because for some, they
Uh-huh.
said that it started when they were very young and they also couldn't control it. They couldn't control themselves because
Mm-hmm.
if they can only control themselves, then they would choose to
Mm.
be a straight man or a straight woman because being a person who belongs to this gender, you would be experiencing a lot of hardships, discrimination within the family, and of course in the society. We still have those.
Mm.
Those cannot be taken away.
How about the Philippines? I heard that is not too conservative country.
Um, Maybe people nowadays are trying to have that open mind
Uh,
so we could accept those changes. Though
mm,
we still have those people who are really conservative, especially the older generation and those
uh-huh.
religious people. As you know, that
Uh,
our country's main religion is
yes, yes.
Christianity or
Catholic.
Roman
Yeah.
Catholic.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mm.
For me, I think one advantage, I have read an article regarding one of the advantages of this is that if two lesbians or two gays
Uh-huh.
will have that marriage, it means that they can have both rights
Really?
with their, I mean, they can have both rights with their properties,
Uh-huh.
with their properties. Imagine if two lesbians
Uh,
will cannot get married, right?
yes.
But they have already they have contributed their shares. I mean, they helped each other
Uh-huh.
in building their houses or maybe having real estates, and one of them died, right?
Mm.
So, who will be taking the properties? There was actually one
Mm.
issue regarding this, and
Mm-hmm.
the family of the person who died also made a legal claim or a legal
Mm.
battle
Mm-hmm.
uh, versus
Mm.
the partner of that person. So
Mm-hmm.
it actually could create conflicts when it comes to the division of properties,
Mm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. And how about for the other questions here? Mm, part F. Can you read to me
Okay.
the question?
In your opinion, what are the differences between same-sex marriage and what is that? Uh,
Heterosexual.
heterosexual marriage. What is the heterosexual marriage?
Heterosexual marriage is actually marrying not only one partner but a lot of partners.
Oh, that is the heterosexual.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The meaning is the one man and 10 wives, right?
Yeah. Um, Heterosexual. I think I got confused. A heterosexual person is someone who is attracted to the opposite gender.
Ah, ah.
So
opposite gender?
same-sex, yeah, same-sex marriage versus heterosexual marriage, or the man and woman marriage. I'm
this is
sorry, I
the
got
man and
confused.
woman. Okay.
Yes.
Mm, I think the same is not too different. That is the marriage. So
Mhm.
they love each other and then they decide to the marriage. That's all. Yeah. Because someone, I think marriage is the some ceremony.
Mhm.
Yes. For I can say prove their love.
Yeah.
So it's about the contract, right?
Yeah.
So that is not too different between the same sexual or heterosexual. It's just man and
Yeah.
woman and man and man or woman and woman.
Mhm. Right. Um. Yeah. When it comes to, of course, wedding or having that contract, there is no difference at all. I think it's the same, right? Because they
Yeah.
will be signing the contract on their wedding day. However, maybe one of the differences is building the family, as what I've mentioned a while ago, that for heterosexual people, they can create children naturally, right?
Yeah. But
But
that
for
you know
mhm,
is not to all of them. Yes, that is the half of them. They just can normal pregnancy
mhm,
and
yeah,
then create children. But
yeah,
uh, the other 50% they can't get the children.
mhm.
Yes, they can't pronounce so for some problem or disease. So I think that is just a half is right or half is wrong.
Okay, that could be, yeah. When it comes to um, maybe disorders, right, of giving birth, right?
Uh-huh.
But still, the idea for heterosexual people, they do it naturally for
Mm.
having a baby, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
However, for those lesbians and gays, I think no matter what they do, they cannot produce their own children naturally
Mm.
between them, right?
Yes, but they can do that for using the gene science. No.
With the help of another person. I
Yes.
mean, still to
Oh,
have that,
yes, yes, right. Yes.
yeah. Okay. And oh, I think that would be all for today's class since
Uh-huh.
our time is almost over. But thank you so much
Okay.
for sharing your thoughts regarding this topic. It's quite a difficult topic for me.
Yes, right. That is
But thank you
difficult.
for sharing your
I
mind
didn't.
regarding this.
Yes, I didn't think about that.
All right. Thank you.
Thank
And I
you.
hope to see you again next time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your classes. And always
Yeah.
take care of yourself. See you
Yeah.
next
Thank
time.
you. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Mhm.